was not until the period of 900 to 1300 AD before we saw some form of declination in this form of violation. And if we want to accept it or not, its historical projection resulted in its revival as neocolonialism, the 16th century colonizing enterprise and dogma of European kingpins such as Spain and Portugal. Early invasion of the people of the so-called New World resulted in all-out warfare with their European partners in crime, namely the Dutch, French, and the English, with people like John Hawkins, Francis Drake, and Sir Walter Raleigh, who decided to wage an unceasing warfare against Spain for three main reasons. Spain founded and established colonies in the New World first, so in order for the English to gain geographical knowledge and control of the New World and suppress Catholicism in this new region, they declare all-out war against Spain. Sir Walter Raleigh raided the North American mainland and returned to England with a bounty of potatoes, which becomes an agricultural novelty to the English countrysides. Francis Drake, the English sea dog, circumnavigate the world and founded new sea routes, but according to historian, let me go at that again. Francis Drake, the English sea dog, circumnavigate the world and founded new sea routes, but according to historian Don Carter Henry, it was John Hawkins and his son William Hawkins who established a lucrative commercial monopoly of the Negro slave trade. They strike a deal called the Hacienda with the Spaniard, then proceeded to buy, barter, and catch slaves as a licensed commercial business to catch black African people and sell them in the Spanish colonies and part and parcel of their so-called New World. The defeats of the then feared Spanish Armada in 1588 by England destroyed the hopes and shattered the dreams of Spain's naval commercial supremacy and foothold in the New World. By 1670, the viable Second Peace Treaty of Madrid opened the New World interlinked with Africa and the colonial European ends, unlocking the lucrative Middle Passage human cargo trading route, spreading from Africa and the eastern seaboard of North America down through Mexico into the Caribbean and even Brazil, where tobacco, sugarcane, coffee, and cotton become large-scale slave-grown cash crops to be delivered to meet the supply and demand of the European markets. There was a time during the days of slavery between 1670 to 1750. The socio-economic life of Jamaica was in a state of languor, according to historian Don Carter Henry and Shalman Scott. The inception of the Industrial Revolution in Europe, even with its application of machines, did not stop the indispensability of slavery, as it was most relevant and is the bloodline of colonial manipulation under the guise of slavery. From as far as Senegal to Angola and the west coast of Africa, several indigenous African tribes were herded into slave ships designated by the name slavers, and almost all circumstances birthed at a Port Coromanti to receive the Africans who were herded into captivity. The tribes included Mandingos, Fantas, Ashantis, Igbos, Waiders, Yorubas, and Kros, each tribe having their own cultural identities and behavioral patterns. The English utilized various methods to capture slaves, but their main methods was to kidnap, maim, rape, and torture during late-night raids and sleeping harmless indigenous African people. The system of barter was the most alluring and bewitching method used on Africans in it, resulted in Jamaica's heritage to the past with heroic sacrifice to replete with the fact that there is no man who has not undergone sacrifices to make us positively what we are, for we were bought with a price, as Don Carter quoted, Once Upon a Time in Jamaica, written by Fabian Stennett. Resource material, Don Carter Henry.